Hello everybody. Today I want to do something just a little bit different. I normally do live streams, but I want to do just a regular video. I've been wanting to color this tiger ever since I bought this book. And this is Kerby Rosanes' Mythic Animals. And I've been wanting to color this tiger. But I'm really just now getting the colors picked out. And by picked out, I mean more accustomed to the combinations and the blending and stuff like that. So today I want to just go ahead and color on this tiger. Now I don't know how long it'll take me to color this tiger because I color kind of slowly. I gotta put my wrist brace on here or we won't be finishing this tiger, that's for sure. So I've got 8 different colors that I picked out. I'm going to be using these 8 pencils. And we're just going to see how this goes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to start like right here, right in the center. I'm going to put a very light touch. Very light touch. I just want a little bit of color. Just so I can see where that color is going. We're going to come right on down this way. We're just going to come right down the center of the back here for the moment. Very lightly. I just want an idea of where some of this color is going to go. And then we'll start working from there. Just gives me an idea of where color is going to be. Because we want to come right straight down through here. So color will be like that. And then really it comes like up this way. Right up to the top of his head. So more like that, something similar to this right here. Then let's see, maybe we just come right in here. I'm still very light touch because I want to just bring this color down a little bit. We'll come back and layer in some darker color. Well, not darker color, but we'll be a little more heavy-handed with this color. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out about where each color is going to run to. So we'll just do something like that. And we know the very belly part down here is going to be a very light. So we're just going to run it like this, put a little bit of this color down here like this. like that. We're just going to have to lay colors in. And we'll come back with a darker color. And just start working that color back, bringing it darker and darker. We're just going to start working these colors down. And I'm going to add the color very lightly to start with. And then we can come back and make it darker. I think we want the orange to come down a little bit farther. Yeah, let's bring it down like this. More something like this.
When you've got multiple parts, but need just one answer.
Wait, how do these things work together?
Looks like you can just ask Google. For Bud, the harmonica is a family affair. Now Bud
months living with prostate cancer. He still knows how to groove, and he also knows once daily Xtandi.
Very lightly.
Xtandi treats metastatic prostate cancer that responds to a medical or surgical treatment to lower testosterone. Xtandi is proven to help these men live longer. Xtandi may cause serious side effects: seizure, a brain condition called PRESS, allergic reactions, heart disease that can lead to
And like I said, we've got 8 different colors that we're using here because we want yellows and oranges along the sides down to the belly. The stomach area would be the lightest color.
Use birth control during and 3 months after Xtandi. Common side effects include muscle and joint pain, feeling unusually tired, hot flashes, constipation, less appetite, diarrhea, high blood pressure, bleeding, falls, fractures, and headache. What a riff, bud. Ask your doctor about Xtandi.
And then again with the very lightest color down on the very bottom. We can't see the belly, but we do want just the idea that it gets very light down at the bottom. And then we can darken this to whatever we need to do and just start extending the dark area and then we'll start extending it in this direction. And of course it doesn't wrap around, we can't see the other side, so this part's basically just going to be kind of the orange that we see. We'll get just a little bit of this color. Just a little bit of the orange. Now we want to bring this down just a little more I think we kind of want to bring the oranges down farther. So we just start going over the top, layering in the oranges, pull it down just a little farther. And on your picture, you just pull it down to wherever you think it should go to. So I kind of want it coming right down off the side like this. More like that. I think something like that looks pretty good. So now we'll just start working our way through the I was going to say through the page, but we're not really covering the whole page. We're just doing the tiger. But again, we want to we don't want to go heavy. We don't want to go heavy-handed. We will come back and layer it in and add more color as we need it. So a light touch. Now suppose if you have more confidence, you can just jump right in. I'm still figuring things out as I go along, guys. We just barely see any of the yellow. We really won't notice it, but we want to put it there anyway because it would blend in a little bit. let's go ahead. Let's just pull some of this yellow down through here. Just right on the bottom. The very bottom. Doesn't matter. We're just going to fill it in because we're going to cover it up. So we could just, we're just making sure that we have a nice little base coat. That's what I like to call it, a base coat. Just our highlight color right down on the bottom, because we know that's the lightest color that we're going to put on it. And that way it doesn't matter where the other colors end up, we still have this highlight color. Less and less pressure as we come down the side. We want to be able to blend this completely out where we don't see a line. And then we'll come right over the top of that, very lightly, with the next color. Very lightly, just so our color stays somewhat consistent.
Happy Monday.
Where will you go in the V6 powered Nissan Frontier? Up for an adventure?
Always.
What is this place?
You made it. Is that good?
You were the last to see the president alive.
Welcome to the pit.
Fire up now! A crew of pirates is coming.
That was cool.
The Disney Plus Hulu Max bundle. Planets starting at $16.99 a month.
And we're just going to keep layering the color in. I think that's looking pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we've already got the highlight color down here, so we can just come right over it We're not going to go all the way to the bottom, but we will get pretty close. And just gradually start putting in a little bit of the darker yellows. It's still very light pressure. And then we come back, just we're gradually adding darker as we move back up. Because we don't want to lose all the lightest colors down here, so we do want to be careful. We want to pull the dark down from the top and push the light up from the bottom. Now I'm just going to start working my way back up this way. Same thing, we're just going to very light pressure. We just want some color up here. We don't have it defined exactly where it's going to be. We don't know exactly where it's going to be. We have movement. This tiger is moving. So of course, the tiger's skin and fur is going to be moving around with the body. So we're just getting some color. Just the ideas of where some color is going to go. And like this yellow color right here, we're just barely going to notice it on the edge. Barely. We're not going to notice it like very well. In this area, we might not really notice it at all. We get a little suggestion of it on the sides as the back rolls over onto the side here. But just a little. Just a suggestion of maybe some color that is continued from what we can see back here, actually. Or maybe we get a little more of a glimpse of it right here. Just very lightly. And now we want to get darker with this darkest color. Pull it down that way some. And we're just going back and forth with color. Same colors right on top of one another until we get it like the density that we want. And I will say there is no right or wrong. Don't try to make your picture look exactly like mine. If you have this picture and you want to give this tiger a try. Now, like I said, guys, I have 8 different colors. I'm starting out with the first 4. All I'm working with is the first 4 colors to start with, the 4 darker colors, until we kind of figure out where we want the dark, and then we can worry about the light. We'll start bringing the yellows in. But we want to figure out where we want the oranges first, or I like to do that. I think some people work, they're blending from light to dark, and you can do that. You can start with the light, and then, because you can cover up the lighter colors. But I don't want to get too much color beneath what we're doing here. In other words, I don't want the oranges to sit on top of too many yellows. I guess that would be one way to put it. We know we want the orange to blend into yellows right around the area where the black stops, somewhere in that neighborhood. It doesn't have to be exactly there, but just somewhere in that neighborhood. And like I said, we're just going to work colors until we feel like we have it the way we want it for our tiger. So make your tiger look however you want it. Bring your colors down as far as you want, your darker colors, your oranges. And of course, we've already put the highlight color at the very bottom. So this is the second from the lightest color as we're working our way from light to dark. It doesn't need to touch the bottom. And we can pull it up higher. See, it doesn't matter because we can add darker on top of it. So then we can make sure we've got the yellow pulled in. And the shades on this is very similar, very close as we work our way back up. And then we'll continue right back up. We're going to use some of the oranges. We want to make sure we keep orange Something about like that. Now this might get a little more difficult for me. I got to wear this splint on my wrist. So as the direction that I'm working shifts around, it makes it more difficult because I can't really get my hand turned around the way I want it. And we're just barely going to see this yellow right here. It's just going to be right in this very corner, right on the bottom edge. That's looking pretty good so far. I'll hit my head on the phone. So again, we're just lightly going to pull the dark color out a little ways. I wish I could turn my book. I'm going to see if I can't turn my book. Well, that's going to change my camera. Let me see if I can turn my book. I need to be working this way. Let me see if I can get my book to sit up here like this, the way maybe I can do it like this. I'm going to try this like this, just to see if it's a little easier for me to reach it the way I need to be able to reach it. As long as I'm on camera, as long as I keep it on camera, I think we'll be okay. Now, of course, that just changed my perspective also, so I have to just take a second. We're just going to add some Just a little bit of that yellow, orangey yellow right on the bottom edge right here. We'll begin to see a little bit of that. And we can pull some of that up into here even. And then we'll go right over the top of it. So maybe we could bring it we can lightly bring that up that way. Then we're going to put oranges. Not real oranges. And we just keep layering it in until we feel that we've got the dark going all the way to where it needs to be.
You're wrong. You will never ever be alone. For the sake of the future, we must all come together.
The 2026 CRV Trail Sport Pilot.
Now again, we want the orange as darker orange. Not the darkest, but darker. It's darker than the yellows we want to set. We want the orange to come down to about where the bottom of the black stripes are. And that gives us a good gauge of where to come down to with the orange very lightly, and we'll throw yellow on top of it. And then of course we'll color this in back here. We'll darken it up all the way back up.
underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with her. She helped restore it, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
We just start layering the colors in. Doesn't have to be exact. As long as we're maintaining some type of, not a hard line, but there's still a line from where the oranges come down to where the bottom of the black stripes are. And then we have more of a yellow. It looks okay. Now we've got to bring this bottom part in. I got to move back around on this side. I have to move from one side to another where I'm working at. Like I said, I wear these braces. Well, I'm only wearing one today. Sometimes I have to wear both of them. And we just start bringing in the darker colors of these yellows. We've already got this lightest color down here, but we'll just touch it up again. But it's just right at the very bottom. We can even kind of use it as a blender, a little bit of a blender. That way we just make sure we got all the paper covered. And then we will come back and pull the darker, start adding darker color on top. And just keep pulling it up towards the top. Now I'm not really changing any colors here. It's just blending it back in. Just blending it all in so we maintain kind of a, where we can see where the oranges come into the yellows. I think that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Very lightly. We'll come around this way. Now we can see where the backbone is. Got that little dip in the black line. Very lightly with the colors to get started, so we can kind of determine where they're going to be. We're going to catch this area here too because it flows on out this way. We're just working colors right now, layering. And we'll have to do this a few times until we get everything to where we want it. My vision gets blurry. I don't know if part of the vision issue is because I have these neon or LED lights right here. They're kind of bright. In one way they're bright, but I can see it in my peripheral vision. And I don't know if that is part of the problem.
Stop the edge of the spot with new cortisone clean spray. What is this place?
This is good.
You really wants to see the president alive.
Welcome to the pit. Line up now! A crew of pirates is coming.
That was
Maybe Disney Plus
All right, that looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and catch this part here also. And again, we're going to bring the orange close to the bottom of where the black stripes go. I got to move back around on this side now. Let's see. Because we want to bring this kind of like this. And just look at it from different perspectives. I'm going to bring a little bit of that orange right along the edge of the black right here. So it will kind of follow this down and around. And then we just start working the color back up this way. Bring the darker color back in here. A little more firmly on the pressure. We're wanting to make sure that all the paper gets covered. All the white paper gets covered up. And then we want to use our lighter colors again. And we'll just pull all this together using our lighter yellows. And guys, I really don't know what I'm doing. I say this all the time. I'm just kind of making it up as I go along, using oranges and yellows. I did swatch the colors on the side just to make sure they work together, that they would blend together. Now let's go ahead and catch this little area right here. And then we'll have that part done. There we go. Now I may not actually get this finished because, so for one thing, I got to turn my air conditioner down a little bit. I generally cannot color for long periods of time. Well, I can go for a couple hours. I have gone for about 3 hours. We'll see what it takes. But it's already been like an hour and 15 minutes. And I haven't got that much done, so I may not finish this in one time, but at least you'll see how we do the tiger, or how I'm doing the tiger. I've been wanting to do this tiger, like I said, for a while, but I actually wanted to do it in purples because purple is my favorite color. But I was working on a different picture, and I just happened to do something. I was coloring a snail, and I used, I believe I used these two, no, I used these two colors, or maybe it was these two colors, and it worked out real nicely. Or these two, I can't remember which two now, but anyway, I added several more to the mix. here we don't even need the yellow on this one. Then we come back to where the center is. With the darkest color. Now let's see, I want to come up here because we've got to blend this. His body is turned to the side, so all this is kind of mushing together over here. So we've got to kind of figure out what's happening here, because his neck is way up here, the neck bone. So I want to come up here. So I can get an idea where that's going to go to. And we really can't see anything on the other side of the neck bone. So this can all just be dark up here. And then we'll try to start working the oranges down a little bit. Now here I think I want to do this, and a little bit different than what I was doing previously. I think this will help me be able to determine where my colors are going to go as they come down this way. And then over here on this one, we'll introduce the orange right down on the bottom edge there. Some orange here. Just very lightly.
Reese's didn't make one. They made two. Because I feel bad for making you wait. Just kidding. They just think you might love. Because obviously you will.
Things did the same day as the big dance. Classic.
Now we have the leg coming down.
It's like acting minutes as fast as an hour. Mom knew.
So we need some dark that's coming from up here.
The 2026 CRV Trail Sport Line. Introducing the latest addition to the Honda Trail Sport Line. Our most capable CRV yet. Explore the CRV Trail Sport Hybrid at your local Honda dealer.
JLL is your partner for every workspace need. From offices to warehouses, we deliver innovative design and seamless project management, cost-effective facility solutions, and data-driven portfolio optimization. Peak efficiency across all your spaces, made possible by JLL.
Now we're not going to use the 4 lighter yellow colors here because we don't have a lot of space, for one thing. That we're not working with a lot of room to put multiple colors. And for the most part, the lighter colors are not going to be visible from this angle because they're on the underside of the leg. See, this is the outside of the leg, so it's the darker colors. The undercolor, the lightest color is hidden where we can't see it. This is darker. Everything on the back is darker. Now here we're just going to put in a little bit of the dark color and then work it back around. Okay, now we're going to come right here We want to make sure we connect all these things together. We'll go ahead and throw some of that orange color right in here.
Have you seen this? I can't control what they write.
I'm sorry guys, I'm reaching across in front of the camera.
Everything's falling into place.
What was the last time you took a break? Sad desk lunches don't revitalize us. We all deserve a moment to recharge and revitalize ourselves. Tea break! Let's make tea breaks happen! It's time for a tea break. It's time for a purely.
This is Roundup Dual Action. This stuff doesn't just kill existing weeds down to the root. It keeps working for up to 4 months, from the first days of spring to the 4th day of July. Roundup Dual Action kills and prevents weeds. Guaranteed. This stuff works.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I was gonna say that.
We have climbing gyms all over the country, so we use Google Meet to connect with our staff. The automated note-taking feature of Gemini has been really valuable. Saves me so much time. We're never going back.
just keep blending these colors, layering. Gonna pull some of that orange right down in there like that. And then we've got the same thing here. We've got to bring dark bring the darkest color down. From the outside of the leg, coming in towards the inside. We're just going to bring this like this. And we're going to bring this like this. And then we'll bring this over like this. And then I think we're going to bring this like this too. Just a little bit like this here. I don't really know what it's supposed to look like. I just know that pictures I've seen of tigers, the darkest areas are on the outside of it. So like its back, the outside of its legs, the inner side of its legs are more light, but that's kind of hard for me to figure out. I don't know what they look like when they're in varying positions. So we're just going to put oranges. I'm not going to really use the light colored yellows on this part because I want this to stay pretty dark, the whole leg, that what we're seeing, the lighter side of it is not exposed. So I'm just going to keep working color. And again, there is no right or wrong. You don't even have to make your tiger orange if you don't want to. Like I said, I wanted to do a purple tiger. But there is another tiger like this one, just like this one. I think it's on the inside of the back cover that I can do in purple if I want to. So we're just getting our orange color put in here.
Nutrish Whole Health Blend. New look, same thoughtfully crafted nutrition. Made to help support your dog's active mind, healthy body, and balanced energy. Nutrish Whole Health Blend.
we got just a little bit of this. There we go. Put right down into here like this. And we're just going to start layering the oranges. I think that's going to be pretty good. We'll get just a little bit of this, the darker yellow, right on the edge there, because we're starting to see a little bit of the underside of that leg, but not a lot, not a lot. All right, I like that. That brings the yellow from the underneath side into the armpit area. Even though that's not an arm, it's a leg. But we'll call it the armpit area right up in here. Now, if I were doing this off camera, I would have some music playing. Because I am on camera, I just have a video, YouTube video playing on the TV. We're just layering this in now so we can darken it up a little bit. I don't know how it is for you guys, but I just have to work things around to where I can see what's happening. I need to be able to see all the blends and how they're connecting and things like that. We've got a lot of motion, a lot of movement. Like in this tiger's skin, so I need to be able to just bounce around a little bit from spot to spot here as I'm blending these down. So we get a nice coverage, but everything looks right. I got all the right colors going into one another. Alright, something like that. Now we've got to figure out what we're going to do with the head. And again, the head would be starting at the top of the base, top of the head would be the darker color.
What was the last time you took a break? Scientists' lunches don't revitalize us. We all deserve a moment to recharge and revitalize ourselves. Tea break! Let's make tea breaks happen! It's time for a tea break. It's time for a pure.
This privilege makes it easy to earn points and maximize any vacation. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
JLL is your partner in every workspace. From offices to warehouses, we deliver innovative design and seamless project management, cost-effective facility solutions, and data-driven portfolio optimization. And peak efficiency across all our spaces, made possible by JLL.
The Mazda CX-59
just move. Be moved.
Just remember, guys, there's no right or wrong way to do these. Now, let's see. I think we want some of the lighter color right down here on the scruff of the neck, like this. Just a little bit. On the bottom of the chin would be the lighter colors. So we'll bring that out just a little bit. We just want to have that lighter color down here, and then we can come back and we can put some orange. You just make yours however you want to make it. We're going to use some orange. And some of that lighter yellow, just to give his face, make his face just a little lighter. Something similar to that, and then we're going to come across the nose, because the bridge of the nose will be dark or darker color. Across the top of the head right here. We'll just make that dark also. And we're really just going to start working on blending some of these colors down. There's no set way this has to be done. We just want some different colors. We're just pulling different colors. Like I said, I don't really know exactly what it should look like. Of course, in nature, it's going to vary. Tigers will all have different color patterns. So nothing has to be specific. We can just we're just wanting color. We can even come in here with some of this yellow. Even though we're basically going to cover it up, we can still put some of it up in here too. Not really going with the lighter colors too much, but we can put a little bit of that lighter yellow right there. Not real light yellow, but kind of use that yellow as a blender and blend this stuff down a little bit. Something similar to that maybe. There we go. Now we just want to blend a little bit. We want to make sure all the paper is covered, all the white on the paper. All right, that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a blending pencil. I think I'll sharpen it. That just helps clean it. And then I'm just going to use this colorless blending pencil. I'm just going to blend this stuff in a little bit. We'll have to come back, put a little pink for the tongue. But we can do that at the end. And using this blender, this blending pencil, I call it a blender, but this blending pencil, it does help brighten it up some. But you do want to be careful at the same time because it can cause the black to move a little bit also. It doesn't always, but it can. So if you can avoid hitting the black areas, of course, like in these parts, you can't do that. You can't avoid the black. Okay, well, we've got close to half a tiger done. It's only taken 2 hours. But we're going to continue. I'm just very lightly throwing some of this color in here, guys. Very lightly. Like that. And then again, very lightly. We're going to come back, we're going to layer it in. I'm going to see if I can't get the back part done a little faster than the front part. And that's difficult for me. I don't color very fast. Sorry guys, I'm not talking a lot. I don't really know a lot of times what to talk about, especially if I'm just making just a plain video. Like I said, I normally do live streams, so I have people to chat with. So if you'd be interested in that, I do live stream on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time here in the U.S.
Real cheese. Cheese and snapped. Roundup Dual Action. Kills and prevents weeds for up to 4 months. This stuff works.
Commit to your true passion. Pioneer the future. Today, become a trusted partner. This is what we mean by dedicated to everyday excellence.
Have you seen it? I can't control what they write. I hope these people know what they're in for.
They're a ruthless pair, you and I.
Everything's falling into place.
Now back here again, we're going to have to think about how we're going to tie this in, how we're going to connect this all together. Because we've got some of this color, this yellow. It's not really yellow, it's an orangey yellow. And I think we're going to kind of do this leg like we did the front leg. We'll pull some of the darker color around this way. Come all the way down with it, just follow the leg down. And it feels like it just keeps going forever. And that dark color will be on the top of the toes and stuff out here, on the top of the foot. And then we'll bring this yellow right down into here. Right down like this. And now we're just going to do the pad of the foot with the lightest of yellows. And then we'll start working those colors out a little bit. Something similar to that, at least for the time being. And then we'll come back and let's see. So maybe we can extend this down a little bit. Pull the orange down. We just got different colors going on. There we go.
What's cool each could evoke this confusion, or the fact that you hide them from anyone with a sweet tooth.
You sound happy.
I sound happy. Fulfill which records a protein bar.
Pull just a little bit of that darker color from here. Maybe even put some right there on the back of the heel, like that. And bring this yellow just like this, so we can tie those together like that. All right, that's pretty good. Now I'm just going to layer some on top of it. My hand's getting really tired, guys. I am going to do everything I can to get this finished. We're getting closer to being done. I would like to finish the entire tiger on camera. We don't have a lot to do, but my hand's getting tired. 2.5 hours so far. That's all right. We're going to just keep going as much as I can. We can put these oranges any place we want them. Just to tie things together. I think that looks pretty good through here. We need a little bit more in here though. Yeah, we'll tie that down a little bit better. Now let's bring some of this dark off of the hip. We would have some of that darker color. Like I said, guys, you do not have to make yours look like mine. In fact, most of you will be able to do yours much better than mine. A little of that dark right back here. Now my video on the TV ended, guys. I'm going to have to restart something here. It's too quiet. Like I said earlier, if I was colored off camera, which I don't do that very often, but I would have some music playing. I do have Amazon Music, so I will just put on a playlist and let it play. Not my own playlist, but their playlist. We can just pull one color right down on top of another color, especially when we're going darker. And that'll help just blend it down a little bit. That looks pretty good, actually, I think. That looks pretty good. So I am going to take my blending pencil. We'll blend all this down. All the way back to the tail. All this that we just colored back here. We'll blend it with the blending pencil. And that really just helps set all these colors. All right. Now, let me find something to put on the TV here. I usually just put like, here we go. We could just let that play.
These look like regular glasses, but what they do is on another level.
Now, we've got to catch the tail and this back leg. Let me see here. Well, we'll just continue with what I'm doing, and then I'll worry about, we got to get the tongue, and then we do have a couple of claws here. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the claws.
This makes sure your eyes stay fresh, focused, and protected, even after hours of screen time. You've never seen anything like this. Forget cheap drugstore glasses. No blue vision.
We're just going to put some of this dark color right here along the tail.
No blue vision works for all types of screen use. Smartphones, tablets, computers, TVs, you name it. Just put them on and feel the relief instantly. 2, its advanced lenses filter out high-energy blue light wavelengths, even the invisible ones that cause long-term eye damage and disrupt your sleep cycle.
Now this is the kind of thing that really makes it difficult for me, that's twisted in all different directions, because I don't have that motion. It's really hard for me to be able to do this part.
4, they boost productivity and focus by reducing visual distractions caused by glare and digital eye strain. No blue vision helps you stay locked in and mentally sharp throughout your workday. 5, these glasses are powerful enough to relieve eye fatigue in minutes, helping you stay comfortable through your longest days. No need to struggle with dry eyes, blurry vision, or constant squinting. No blue vision handles it for you. 6, because they're so effective, they also promote better sleep by blocking melatonin-disrupting blue light, even during late-night screen use. 7, they're made for everyone, whether you're working from home, binge-watching your favorite shows, or diving into a good book. No blue vision gets the job done. 8, they're built to last. No more worrying about flimsy frames or scratched-up lenses after just a few weeks. Did you know 3 out of 5 people suffer from digital eye strain without realizing it? Don't be one of them. Now here's the deal. We've got a special announcement for you. Only the viewers of this video will receive a unique...
Nothing better than a 5-minute ad on a YouTube video. I guess those people get paid quite a bit to run an ad that long on their channels. not going to put any of the yellow out here on the tail. I'm just going to run the lightest of the oranges, because there's not a lot of room. Come back with the dark. That's pretty good. That looks pretty good. All right, now we got to catch the back leg. And again, we'll bring the dark. Now here, yeah, this will be the same. We're going to bring the dark from the outside edge. something about like that right there. And then we'll put some of the yellow in here.
Roche-Posay UV Pro Sport. Feel the heat, not the burn. Advanced UV protection for high-intensity activities. Stays put while you're active. Dermatologist tested, professional athlete approved. La Roche-Posay.
That's pretty good. That looks not bad, guys. Not bad. Now we're going to do the foot, the pad of the foot with just different colors of the yellows. It's kind of hard to tell where the foot actually comes to down here. I think it's stepping on something right here, so that's where we're going to make it. Sometimes I have a hard time figuring out what the line work actually represents. Something about like that. All right, let's grab our blending pencil. Well, let me do just a little bit of, I should layer a little bit. Make sure we've got nice color. That's pretty good. All right, now we'll use a blender. All right, now let's just get some, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the teeth. Let me see what I might find. I need pink. I need a pink color. Maybe I can use this pink for the tongue inside the mouth right here. And then let me see, I need something for the teeth. What can I use for the teeth? And we're about done, guys. If I can get the teeth, I don't want to really do white, but I do need a very light color. Actually, let's use, maybe I can use this gray, just a light gray. We can go with a light gray right here. We just don't want it to be white. I don't guess they'd really be gray either, but we're going to add another color on top of that gray. I got to sharpen it, and it's going to be a real pale yellow. Actually, it's called pale yellow. Now it doesn't really show up, but we know it's there. I need to come back to the pink for just a second. I need to catch this little spot right here. There, that's better. Now, what about the eye? What color of eye should it have? Probably should have brown, a brown eye of one color or another. Let's just grab one of these right here. And we're just going to give it a darker eye right there. And then we'll go back and we'll grab this pink that we used, because we're going to use it right here under the eye. Doesn't show up very good, but that's all right. It's there. All right, guys. A little bit right here. Now let's give it a once over. I think that looks pretty good, guys. We have ourselves a finished tiger. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had fun with it. And I will catch you guys, well, either in the next video or the next live stream. Live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 a.m. Eastern Time here in the U.S. All right, guys. Catch you in the next one. Until then, God bless.